In the vast, silent darkness of space, something watches, something ancient, something that doesn't just haunt your dreams. It rewrites what fear even means. It's not a myth, it's not a theory, it's a black hole, devouring, distorting, dominating everything around it. Picture a monster 40 billion times heavier than the sun, eating the equivalent of an entire star every single day. Somewhere else, another one is hurling stars through the galaxy like bullets, cosmic projectiles moving at millions of miles per hour. These aren't exaggerated horrors from sci-fi, they're real. They exist right now. And one of them is at the center of our very own galaxy. Tonight, we journey into the terrifying heart of the universe, into the mouths of black holes so powerful they bend time, stretch space, and destroy everything that dares to cross their path. This is not a tale of survival, it's a countdown to cosmic annihilation. If you're brave enough to witness it, then stay with us. Like, subscribe, and prepare to enter the void. Now, imagine a place where physics stops making sense, where the rules of motion, light, and gravity no longer apply, where space collapses into itself and time becomes distorted. This place exists. It's called a black hole. Once you pass a boundary known as the event horizon, not even light, the fastest thing in the universe, can escape. There is no alarm, no crash, no pain, just silence, and then nothing. Black holes are created when massive stars collapse. The core crushes under its own gravity, packing the mass of entire suns into a volume smaller than a city. Their gravity is so strong it doesn't just pull objects, it warps space and time around them like a whirlpool in the fabric of the universe. And they aren't rare. There may be over 100 million of them in our galaxy alone, hidden, invisible, stalking the stars. The feeding habits of black holes are perhaps the most disturbing part. As matter falls inward, it doesn't fall peacefully. It screams. It ignites. It spins around the black hole in an accretion disk so hot it reaches tens of millions of degrees, enough to vaporize any known substance instantly. This isn't just a feeding mechanism, it's the most powerful furnace in the universe, converting matter into energy at rates no star can match. Time itself becomes twisted. As you fall closer to the event horizon, time slows down relative to everything else. To an outside observer, you appear frozen at the edge, but to you, the universe begins to speed up. You see stars age, explode, and die in mere moments. The cosmos blurs past you as you descend into a place no human has ever returned from, a point where physics ends, the singularity. This singularity, at the black hole's core, is where density becomes infinite, where space, time curves infinitely, and our understanding of reality simply fails. No scientist knows what lies beyond it. All we know is that no signal, no particle, no information has ever escaped to tell us. But it's not just supermassive black holes that should haunt your thoughts. Smaller ones, stellar mass black holes, are more dangerous up close. They're formed from stars 8 times more massive than our sun, and they're terrifyingly common. Some lie just 1,500 light years from Earth, our cosmic neighbors. When you fall into one of these, your fate is worse than death. It's called spaghettification. Gravity pulls harder on your feet than your head, stretching your body into a thin, unrecognizable strand of atoms. Your bones crack. Your muscles rip, and still you fall. But it's not just vertical stretching. You're also compressed sideways, squeezed and stretched like a cosmic noodle. This isn't science fiction. It's a documented phenomenon, and it happens to anything that gets too close. Humans, planets, even entire stars. And when stars meet their end near a black hole, they don't simply vanish. They're shredded, ripped into streams of gas and plasma. These events are called tidal disruptions. We've watched them happen. From telescopes on Earth, a star wanders too close and dies screaming. Half of it falls in. The other half is flung across space in a radioactive flare brighter than entire galaxies. That's not exaggeration, that's reality. Then there are the black holes that don't just feed, they fire back. When binary stars wander too close to a supermassive black hole, one is swallowed while the other is launched away at incredible speed. These are called hypervelocity stars, real, observable missiles moving at over 1,700 miles per second, fast enough to escape an entire galaxy. Some of these bullets are headed right into intergalactic space, and some may be coming in our direction. Stars aren't the only things they could eject. Planets, moons, chunks of stellar debris. We may be sitting in a cosmic shooting gallery. And in the center of our own Milky Way, 26,000 light years from Earth, a monster waits. It's called Sagittarius, a asterisk. It weighs over 4 million times more than our sun. And it's not dead, just sleeping. Occasionally, it stirs, flaring with radiation when something small falls in. One day, something larger might, a gas cloud, a star. And when that happens, the entire galaxy could feel its wrath. This black hole shapes the movement of stars across the galaxy. It holds the Milky Way together. It decides what forms, what burns, and what dies. And it might one day pull us in too. The final horror comes from the accretion disk itself. A place so hot and violent it makes supernovas look tame. Temperatures reach billions of degrees. Atoms are stripped to pieces. Magnetic fields twist into chaotic storms, launching jets of radiation and plasma at near light speed. These jets can travel for millions of light years, sterilizing everything in their path. This is the true face of a feeding black hole, not silence, but a scream heard across the universe. And all the while, near these monsters, time slows to a crawl. If you fell in, a second for you might be a million years for the outside world. The universe would die before you reached the center. This is the black hole's final cruelty, trapping you in a moment that never ends. These are the most powerful, most mysterious, and most terrifying entities in the universe. They shape galaxies, consume stars, and bend the fabric of reality itself, and they are very, very real. So the next time you look up at the stars, remember, the universe is not silent, it's whispering warnings, and its monsters are hungry. If this journey through the abyss shook your perception of the universe, hit that like button, subscribe for more cosmic horror, and join us as we explore the terrifying wonders that await among the stars. Because out there, the darkness isn't empty, it's alive.